Holy crap, guys, it's happening. I cannot believe this is actually happening. President Trump just came out and said mentioned regime change. He said the words. He actually talked in a positive way. This is, am I dreaming? Is this really happening? Every time I go to sleep and I wake up and everything just changes. Hold on, let me actually look at this. Yeah, this is his tweet. I mean his post. Donald Trump, okay, so this is exactly what he said. He said it's not politically correct to use the term regime change, but if the current Iranian regime is unable to make Iran great again, why wouldn't there be a regime change? Mega, mega, make Iran great again. Me- huh? He actually said it out loud. This is such a taboo to say in American politics. Yeah, Gene. Hi, Gene. Jane is saying good morning, and people are saying Miga. Yeah, Miga is Reza Pahlavi's word. Oh wow! Do you guys think he will meet with Reza Pahlavi? That will be the end of it, because America is now officially and actively has regime change policy for Iran in its strategy right now. What happened to all the isolationists? Like, what happened? Things are changing so fast. Can you guys actually believe this? Miga. Yes, make Iran great again. This is actually happening. We're like we are. I mean, if United States puts this puts pressure on regime change, it's over. It's absolutely over. Like this is really happening. We're actually witnessing history being made in front of our eyes. Oh, look at this graphic. That's how this. Hold on. This is beautiful. Let me share that with you guys. Look at this. It's time. It is time. Yeah, it is. Guys, what do you guys think about this? Yeah, people in the chat are saying Miga. What do you think people like Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens are feeling right now? Yeah, Nars in the chat is saying, I hope he really means it. Okay, live for life. You're posting too much the same thing in the chat. If you keep doing that, I'm gonna give you a timeout because you're basically messing up the chat. Yeah, so Karen is saying it's time for the lions of Iran to rise. That's why I'm assuming that's why the operation was called a rising lion. I think because the lion in the operation by Israel in Iran, the reason why it was called rising lion is because it's referring to the lion that is Iran that will be rising again. Yeah, Nars is saying they're all freaking out. I'm glad. Yeah, Tucker will go to Moscow. Yeah, Marsh is saying Carlson and Owens. Who gives an shit? Let them cry. I mean, I like to see them cry, so I give a shit. I want to watch. I want to see them upset. Tucker Carlson admitted that he was wrong about the killing of Qasem Soleimani. He thought killing Qasem Soleimani would bring World War III, and he was wrong. He admitted that he was wrong about that. So I hope that he at one point admits that he's wrong about this as well. Yeah, the name is very poetic. I agree, Nars. What is WLF? People are saying I like WLF more. What is I mean WLF? What's WLF? Oh, Women Life Freedom. Guys, let me be honest. Women Life Freedom is not as popular as it used to be in Iran anymore. Given how many leftists and separatists jump on it, many Iranians are moving a little bit away from that chant. But we appreciate foreigners saying that because we know they mean well. Yeah, someone's saying Tucker is wrong about Ukraine. Tucker is wrong about almost everything, to be honest. Cat lover. Yeah, I like that chant as well. I'm not going to translate it into English for people here, but yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, Mars, they are pure scum. Let me actually show you guys something else. Uh, hold on, does this have music? So look at Iranians and Israelis. Hold on. I have to keep this post by Trump because we're going to keep coming back to it. But let's look at this one now. So right now, in front of Islamic Republic's embassy, Iranians and Israelis united against terrorists. So the Islamic Republic embassy, where? Which country is this? So let's watch this. Look at the Iranians and Israelis always side by side in these protests. Okay, that song is gonna. I think that's "I'm Israel Kai" song, which I really love, but I cannot play that because it would get a copyright strike. No, JSS is saying, isn't Miga something dirty in Farsi? No, it's not. Miga, unless you want to add something to it. That's in London. I mean, I've been into the embassy. I have protested in front of the foreign embassy, um, Islamic Republic embassy in London. It didn't. I don't remember it looking like that. Oh yeah, actually, now that the camera went to the other side, yeah, it is. I do remember it looking like that. So you're right. It is in London. Okay, okay. So the camera went to the other side, and then yeah, okay, nope, yep, I recognize that building. Yeah, guys, Balance is saying hashtag Miga, 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 make Iran great again. Hi, hi. Yeah, I'm Israel. Hi, I'm saying it right, guys. Stop being so picky. So look at this. We have the LGBT flag with the Star of David in the middle. We have Israeli flags, and then we have Iranian flags with the lion and sword there. Look at them side by side. It's beautiful. So, by the way, the LGBT flag with the Star of David in the middle is the only version of the LGBT flags today that I would accept because currently the LGBT flag is turning into something illiberal. But I'm assuming that somebody who's pro LGBT and pro Israel at the same time, they are still on the liberal side of LGBT rights. You know, it's not the far leftist Wokistani version of LGBT rights. It's still the liberal version of it. I love the anti-Israelis are showing up right away in the chat. It's good to have you guys here. Okay, so I showed you, like, by the way, for people who just came here, let me show you what just happened that we're all excited about. I mean, all pro-Israelis and pro-Iranian people. I mean, obviously the so-called pro-Palestinian people, the acts of resistance people, they're not happy about this. But if you just came here, this just happened a few hours ago. Donald Trump posted this. It's not. He said this. It's not politically correct to use the term regime change, but if the current Iranian regime is unable to make Iran great again, why wouldn't there be a regime change? Mega, which is make Iran great again. Let me actually read a little bit on this. I really appreciate this, by the way, guys. Like, I am full on MAGA right now. I'm jumping on the MAGA bandwagon all the way right now for at least for the next couple of days. All right, so it's saying this is a clear shift from official White House messaging. Both Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth and Vice President J.D. Vance had previously emphasized that the objective of Operation Midnight Hammer, by the way, Midnight Hammer was the operation that they just did with the B-2 bombers and some other planes when they went and took out Fordow, Natanz, and the nuclear site in Isfahan. So that's the Operation Midnight Hammer. So they say the objective of that operation Saturday strikes yeah, so was to dismantle Iran's nuclear capabilities, not to instigate regime change. So guys, I hope you understand that this is a lot more significant. I know it's getting a lot less reactions by some of you guys, but you know how big of a deal it was when Trump went in and they took out Fardo, and we came here and celebrated. This is a much higher level of escalation. Taking out Iran's nuclear facilities is nothing, as historic as that was, is nothing compared to this tweet, to this post by Trump right now, actively flirting with regime change being the policy of the United States right now in Iran. Yeah, Nars, I was shocked about that as well. I mentioned it on the live stream when Trump mentioned Esfahan. I'm like, why is he the only Westerner that is pronouncing Esfahan correctly? Like, how is he so good? Like, because Trump, that was weird. Like, what the hell? That was very weird with the way he said Esfahan. Let's actually see what this video is saying. I have no idea what I'm about to play, but it's about this, so let's watch it. Hold on, let's play this.
Opinions, but what is your personal?
Okay, so this is a hijabi woman who's pro-Israeli, which is interesting. So let's watch her.
Opinions, but what is your personal feelings on these nuclear strikes, on the strikes on the nuclear sites?
I'm actually a proud Iranian, and I and millions of Iranian people are now so happy for this because of these decisive actions of President Trump in joining the Prime Minister Netanyahu in attacking the nuclear sites of the terrorist regime in Iran. Thanks to that, right now we can see that our country was being prevented to become the second North Korea. And now there is a window of opportunity for us to make it the second South Korea now.
Some actual, and hopefully with that, do you think that this might lead to the regime change?
We are hopeful for that. I think the next step here is that if we kind of prevent this regime to collapse and we don't see any kind of regime change, this regime will start over to create its nuclear program and work on that. So for this, I'm hopeful that we see the opposition joining next to the United States and Israel in this, and people have put lots of trust in Crown Prince of Reza Pahlavi for that. I hope we see some changes in the coming days.
Look at this idiot in the chat is saying not even a single Iranian is happy about this. You're delusional, idiot. You're so stupid. I'm Iranian. I'm happy about this, and I mean that by itself just proves you wrong. And there are so many Iranians that are saying this is the happiest days of their lives. In fact, actually, let me read some reports about this. Like, hold on, I had this somewhere. Okay, so this is according to Reuters. Reuters, guys. So I'm not like, this is not a Jerusalem Post or anything like that. This is Reuters. Okay, so within Iran, joy and relief among dissidents. Some Iranians spoke to Washington Post and NPR, expressing, okay, so also Washington Post and NPR, expressing honest relief at the attacks on the regime. Figures one said, "I have not been this happy in 10 years." While another chanted, "Death to Khamenei," openly in Tehran. Okay, let's be completely transparent. Like, there's other reactions as well. Fear of escalations. Others, even while critical of the regime, worried about a spiraling violence amid civilian fears and shortages, including blackouts and limited internet, and also government clampdown communications. Okay, so they're concerned. There are some people that are extremely happy. There are also some people that are concerned, but obviously it's a mixed reaction right now. But it's good that the anti-Israelis in the chat are like, there's no Iranians happy about this. It just shows how idiotic you guys are. I mean, there's Iranians right now in our live chat right now being celebrating Trump and being so happy. I mean, Iranians yesterday were the most pro-Trump people in the world just after the Fardo attack. And they went to sleep and they woke up and they saw Trump is now talking about regime change in Iran. So they thought they loved Trump before, but now they're just completely obsessed with Trump now. So it's yeah. So everybody, like in Iran, everybody I'm talking to is absolutely delighted. So you're an idiot, and you have no idea what you're talking about when you say Iranians are not happy. Iranians are celebrating like crazy right now. Okay, so by the way, I showed you already. Let me actually do a comparison, right? I showed you these videos of Iranians and Israeli protesting against the Islamic Republic embassy right now, as like just a few hours ago. If together, united, Israelis and Iranians united. But on the other hand, we have this idiotic leftists holding the Islamic Republic's flag. What is this? Okay, here's another Iranian. Yeah, so Sana Ibrahimi saying today we so like she's frustrated with these Western leftists standing with um standing with the Islamic Republic. Okay, so look at this. So somebody in the chat is saying, Armin, are you Yahudi? No, I'm not a Jew. I'm Iranian and I'm Persian Iranian, but my ethnic identity matters not doesn't matter to me at all. I'm Iranian. It matters to me that I'm Iranian. It doesn't matter to me that I'm Persian. So I don't know why you think that I'm Jewish, but the way that you say Yehudi seems like you have a problem with Jews. It seems like the way, yeah. But let me read this. Let me read this because this is actually interesting. Oh, we got a super chat. Thank you. I will respond to the super chat soon. So Sana Ibrahim is saying today we Iranians are faced with something truly unbelievable. Western liberal woke feminists. Again, I wouldn't call these people liberal. Woke feminists, clueless about the brutal reality in our country, consistently stand with our oppressor under the delusion of saviorism. Did I read that right? They have no understanding of decades of humiliation, violence, and systemic oppression we've endured under the Islamic Republic. Driven by their own need to feel morally superior, they claim to fight for justice while turning a blind eye on the suffering of millions. And let's be honest, they are some of the most racist voices out there. They look at Iranians as other brown people, as too backward, too uncivilized, too dumb to deserve real freedom or democracy. In their eyes, we're wild animals, only manageable under tyranny. But here's the truth: we are the ones fighting for real freedom, the same freedom they weaponize to silence us, and we want absolutely nothing to do with their hypocrisy. Yeah. So if you think that you're supporting Iranian people by supporting the regime in Iran, you're an absolute idiot, and we don't want you. Yeah. Plunge Cast is saying 1000%. Okay. Also, we got a super chat. Blade in the chat is saying, Armin, what's taking Netanyahu and Trump so long to take out Khamenei? Since Trump's deal is no longer valid, Khamenei is choosing his successors. So I think the time to take out Khamenei is after Israel neutralizes not just all the threats. So here's the thing: we want the regime not to be using all of its remaining forces right now, both on the Iranian people and Israel, because we want them to be acting conservatively right now. Because if they use everything on their hand, then they will become completely um, defenseless. So they have still a whole bunch of missiles that they could keep throwing at the Islamic Republic. And also, even though they cannot close down the Hormuz Canal, we don't want them to even think about doing that right now. So if you take out Khamenei, they might just go crazy. They might just all of a sudden throw everything they have on Tel Aviv all at the same time, all at once. The enriched uraniums that they have managed to take out of Fordo or other nuclear sites, they might try to turn it into a dirty bomb and cause a lot of chaos like that. They might want to use their navy to close down the Hormuz Canal. I mean, if they do that, that would be the end of them. But if you kill Khamenei, that's the end of them as well. So if you kill Khamenei, they might think, well, this is the end of us anyways. We might as well do all of these things. So I think before taking out Khamenei, you need to neutralize a lot of these threats more before you go to taking out Khamenei. You need to continue removing the launchers. You need to continue focusing on eliminating the Navy so that the regime cannot do any threats to the Hormuz Canal, and also the oil refinery and other oil assets, gas and oil assets of the Persian Gulf, adjacent Arab countries. Once you take all of those out, and also because killing Khamenei would be a signal to the Iranian people to get out, it would be also good that before killing Khamenei, they also take out more Basij bases and more Niri and Tazami bases, so that the Iranian people would have the upper hand once they come into the streets. So I think that's why I think that might be the reason why it's good for them to wait on taking out Khamenei, and first do these things before they focus on that. That might be the reason. On a more emotional perspective, it's actually kind of good for Khamenei to see all of this before he's taken out. I want him to see this. Okay, I don't want him to miss out on witnessing all his dreams and all his projects being destroyed. So it's good. It's kind of it's not bad that he's witnessing it. So there's that as well. But thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Oh, it's okay. Lib for Life is saying, why did you ban me? It's so illiberal. First of all, I didn't ban you. That's why you can comment. You were spamming the chat with repetitive messages. I timed you out, and it's also not illiberal to have laws. It's actually the rule of law is actually very liberal. Okay, maybe don't learn what liberalism means from woke leftists. Okay, many right-leaning views are basically under liberalism, which includes the rule of law. Right. And also, Esan, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that. A lot of people in the chat are saying mega, which is fantastic. I love this. Nars with the super chat saying, I see a rise in promotion of MEK and anti-Pahlavi propaganda in the last 2 days. Should we be concerned? Thought, yes, you should be concerned, and you need to be active on social media, constantly educating people why Pahlavi is the only alternative and how dangerous of a cult MEK is. I mean, I think the only threat to Pahlavi right now, given that the Islamic Republic seems like it's on the way out, the only threat to Pahlavi is the MEK. I mean, it's not a big threat because they're not very popular, but it's the only threat. So it's very important, and they're very active on social media. So it's very important for the rest of us who are supporting Reza Pahlavi to constantly be educating people and informing them about the MEK. Yeah, so that's good. And yeah, but by the way, I'm noticing, I mean, I yeah, you might have noticed that, Nurse, but I'm also noticing that Pahlavi is everywhere. Right now, people are mentioning Pahlavi on Western media like I've never seen before. So yeah, maybe MEK is getting a little bit more attention right now, but Pahlavi is getting more attention on a scale that on a level that I've never seen before. So that's a good thing to notice as well. Oh, nurse is saying, got it. I'm on it. Good job. Good job. Thank you for your service. Thank you. I did my part. Okay. Right. Okay. Cat lover is saying, I'm Iranian and I've never been this happy. There you go. There you go. Where are the anti-Israeli liars in the chat who are saying say, oh, you're not Iranian. You're not Iranian. Oh, we got another super chat. Graham is saying, why when I ask Grok about opposition in Iran, it brings up MEK? Does it? Wait, hold on. Let me see. Let me see. I have Grok on my phone. Grok. Oh. Why did it log me out? Grok's user interface sucks. What do you ask when I mean, I keep talking to ChatGPT's O3 model. It always tells me that Reza Pahlavi is the only viable option. I mean, Yeah, okay, here. Let me check. Here. What is the main opposition against the Islamic Republic by Iranians? What is the main opposition? We'll see what Grok says. Oh, we got another super sticker. I appreciate that. Zabiullah. Okay, the main opposition. Below concern. Political representation, lack of freedom. Who? Below. Okay, the main opposition to the Islamic Republic of Iran by Iranians both within the country and in the diaspora is multi faceted and the stem. Just name me the group, you idiot. Just name me the main group. I didn't ask for an analysis. How dumb is Grok? Grok, it doesn't seem very smart. Nope, no mention of Pahlavi, which is stupid. When I talk to ChatGPT, it always brings up Pahlavi. Okay, so Grok, I'm boycotting Grok. Grok is stupid. Okay, so there we go. I answered all the super chats. Let me see what you guys got. Let me actually see. I have some other videos. Let's see what our favorite politician, our favorite American politician, Marco Rubio, what has he been saying recently before I go to the chat and look at your comments? Here. Rubio here.
Up on a phrase you just word, weaponization ambitions. Are you saying there that the United States did not see intelligence that the supreme leader had ordered weaponization?
That's irrelevant. I see that question being asked on the media. That's an irrelevant question.
No,
they have
that is
everything
the
they need
key
to build a
point in
weapon.
U.S. intelligence assessments. You know
No,
that.
it's not.
Yes, it was.
No, it's
that
not.
The political decision had not
I know that
been
better
made.
than you know that, and I know that that's not the case.
But
you don't
I'm
know,
asking
you
you
don't
whether
know
the
what you're
order
talking
was
about.
given.
And the people who say that, it doesn't matter if the order was given. They have everything they need to build nuclear weapons. Why would you bury things in a mountain, 300 feet under the ground?
Right.
Why would you bury why do they have 60% enriched uranium? You don't need 60% enriched uranium. The only countries in the world that have uranium at 60% are countries that have nuclear weapons because
Right.
they can quickly make it 90. They have all the elements. They have. Why do they have a space program? Is Iran going to go to the moon? No, they're trying to build an ICBM.
No, but
so
that's
they
a
can one day
question.
put a
That's a
warhead on
question.
it.
That's a question of intent, and you know, in the intelligence assessment, that it was that Iran wanted to be a threshold
How do you
state
know
and
what the
use this
intelligence
leverage.
assessment says?
I'm
How do
talking
you know
about
what
the
the
public
intelligence assessment
March
says?
assessment, and that's why I was asking you if you know something more from
But
March.
that's also
if
an
an order
inaccurate
was given.
representation of it. That's an accurate representation of it. That's not how intelligence is read. That's not how intelligence is used. Here's what the whole world knows. Now, forget about intelligence. What the IAEA knows. They are enriching uranium well beyond anything you need for a civil nuclear program. So why would you enrich uranium at 60%?
Right.
If you don't intend to one day use it to take it to 90 and build a weapon?
Right.
Why are you developing ICBMs? Why do you have 8,000 short-range missiles and 2,000 to 3,000 long mid-range missiles that you continue to develop? Why do you do all these things? They
Understood.
have everything they need for a nuclear weapon. They have the delivery mechanisms. They have the enrichment capability. They have the highly enriched uranium that is stored.
Yes.
That's all we need to see.
Right. Well, and
especially in the hands of a regime. That's our.
That's perfect, man. Make this guy the president. Actually, now that we're speaking about Reza Pahlavi, I mean, I keep wanting to play stuff from Reza Pahlavi for you guys, but he's everywhere and he's talking so much, and I don't even know which one to play first. Let's actually look at this one.
The minute this regime disappears, everything changes instantaneously, and I know a lot of people are already excited about the prospect of being able to help us rebuild our country and make Iran great again. The minute this regime disappears,
oh, see, yeah. The Trump copied Make Iran Great Again from Reza Pahlavi. Actually, let me repost this one, which is good. Let me see. Why are they so? Yeah, I thank Israel. People are saying I thank Israel. Yeah, I thank Israel as well. I thank Trump as well. I hope Trump actually now does more. Now that he's talking about regime change, I hope he does more. By the way, a lot of anti-Israelis are pretending that Tel Aviv is destroyed. let me show you Tel Aviv destroyed. Okay, let's actually look at Tel Aviv destroyed. Let's see. Does this have music? No. Okay. Yeah. Let's look at the absolute. Tel Aviv has been flattened completely. Has turned into rubble. Apparently, there's nothing left of Tel Aviv. Let's look at the footage. This is Tel Aviv. Well, so let me actually mute this so I could read the text. So the text says, "Don't believe the Israeli propaganda about the 1/3 Tel Aviv being destroyed." Oh yeah, the anti-Israeli propaganda. It's much worse. Oh yeah, it's much. This guy is being sarcastic. Now that I understand. Now I understand. Okay, don't believe the Israeli propaganda about 1/3 of Tel Aviv being destroyed. It's much worse. The scenes of destruction and chaos in Tel Aviv are beyond description. The surviving population what staggers through the rubble in a zombie-like daze, desperately searching for what? Morsel? I don't know. To eat amid the post-apocalyptic hellscape. Some are even throwing themselves into the sea, apparently preferring their chances against the sharks to facing the what is this word? What is this word? I don't know these words. Hold on. What is this word? Marauding gangs of cannibals that now roam the streets, preying on the weak as Zionism collapses. So this was was this in response to this guy? Douglas here saying, "Don't be fooled. Israel is in worse shape than people think." Okay, so he was making fun of this guy. About 1/3 of Tel Aviv has been damaged or destroyed. As far as their military installations are concerned, I mean, how do people say this? Only 20 few. I mean, I don't want to say only because every single one of them dying is a tragedy, but like under 30 people so far have died in Tel Aviv, and I know every single one of them is a tragedy, but that's even less than what Israel assumed will happen. Like even Israeli officials thought that the casualty numbers would be higher. Oh, we're getting another super chat. Ginga saying Tel Aviv is destroyed because of all the leftards. I mean, Tel Aviv is fine. Tel Aviv is functioning fine. Tel Aviv is stronger than ever before. So neither the Islamists or the leftards have managed to do anything to Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv has seen worse days and survived. Oh wow, look at this. Life Lib for Life 2 is saying Miga from the Nile to Iraq. Miga. Wait, no. We don't want to expand the borders of Iran, if that's what you mean. Let me see. What else can we see? Oh, by the way, for people who just joined, the reason why we're celebrating today is this post by Donald Trump. Let me actually share it with you guys one more time in case you haven't seen it. Trump just posted this, like, this is historic, unbelievably historic post talking openly endorsing regime change. I think not even George Bush Jr. was this open about talking about regime change in Iran. Like I don't think even he did. It was this direct about it. So yeah, I think Donald Trump might be the first president ever who has advocated for regime change. It's so interesting because he came in as an isolationist, and now he's the only president in the history of the United States that has ever advocated for regime change in Iran. And this is the post saying it's not politically correct to use the term regime change, but if the current Iranian regime is unable to make Iran great again, why wouldn't there be a regime change? Make Iran great again. This is crazy. The isolationists must be dying right now. They must be so angry. I mean, including Trump's own son. I think he must be upset about this as well. Wow, this is beautiful. What a beautiful day. What a beautiful day. And here's this guy has the best suggestion saying Trump should just post this with no caption. Yes, please, please make it happen. Guys, if we see any communication or any connection between Trump and Prince Reza Pahlavi, that would be it. That would be over. That would be the end of the regime. Just them meeting, just them talking. Oh, the cat lady is saying he is having an announcement today. Who? Yeah, Reza Pahlavi, I saw he has an announcement today. Waiting for that. Yeah, anti-Islam saying Rubio has opened Trump's third eye. You know what, anti-Islam? I think you're right. I think it's Rubio having all these positive influence on Trump. We're just saying fingers crossed. Fantastic. This is happening, guys. Guys, do you know how much more safe and stable Israel is going to be if Reza Pahlavi is in charge in Iran? Do you guys understand that Israelis don't have to go through a existential crisis every Tuesday once we have Reza Pahlavi take control of Iran? Do you know how much more? It's not just Iran that will become more prosperous. I mean, Israel is already very prosperous, but Israel is prosperous with all of these limitations and threats surrounding it. Imagine that level of growth and prosperity in Israel once it doesn't have to deal with all of these threats. Oh, we got more super chats. So MT with two super chats. One of them saying, Mansour Ashkar goes live from Tel Aviv. Looks fine. Yes, yes. It seems like Tel Aviv is doing okay. I mean, it could do better without missiles being thrown at it, but relative to what people predicted would happen to Tel Aviv, things look good. MT with another super chat saying, "Don't get too excited. He doesn't have enough political capital." Who doesn't have enough political capital? It's up to the Iranian people now. You're talking about Reza Pahlavi. Reza Pahlavi has the most political capital because of the Iranian people. And say they need to coordinate before it's too late. Yeah. By the way, guys, I'm gonna speaking of, I'm gonna be doing a live stream maybe tomorrow. Tonight, I'm going to be, guys. The internet is back in Iran, so all of the messages that Israelis sent to me for me to play to the Iranian people and translate for them, that is happening tonight. I find now that the internet is back, I'm going to do that show, translating your messages for the Iranian people. But the show that I might be doing tomorrow night, or maybe the day after, we'll see, is going to be talking to AI. Like I will be doing some researches with O3, with the O3 Pro model, because I have the highest version of ChatGPT. I have the Pro plan, costing me $200 a month. I have the highest plan of ChatGPT, so I have access to, I think, unlimited O3 Pro, and I'm going to be talking to it using all historical data and everything available, all expert analysis, to come up with the best plan on how to manage street protests, right? The best way to keep yourself safe, the best strategies, the best way to communicate with each other. I'm going to be coming up with the plan using AI, and I'm going to go to the Persian channel and I'm going to basically explain all the best strategies for street protests, so that if the moment comes, a lot of Iranians, we have some information regarding what is the best strategy and what to do, right? So I'm going to be doing that on the Persian channel in case the time comes. If they take out Khamenei, more Iranians are ready with the best strategies on what's the best thing to do. So that's what I'm going to do. Also, MT gave us another super chat saying Trump. You're saying, okay, so who had you're referring to the previous super chat saying Trump doesn't have enough political capital. I mean, it doesn't, MT, it doesn't seem like he needs enough political capital. He just did the bombing of the nuclear sites in Iran without Congress's approval. So he managed to do a whole bunch of things without Congress, without the requirement of political capital. So yeah, I don't know, but guys, isn't this a glorious image? Let me actually retweet this, repost. I mean, okay, there we go. Isn't this glorious? Isn't this beautiful? I'm loving it. I'm loving every second of this. By the way, guys, Israelis in the chat, how well known is Reza Pahlavi in Israel, and how well liked he is? Let me know, because I want to know if we need to do it, because Israel seems to be part of the main, like Israel and United States are basically the main two powers responsible for the toppling of the regime right now. So I'm hoping that they are familiar with Reza Pahlavi, so that if they have any say regarding what comes next, it's Reza Pahlavi that comes next. MT with the super chat saying, limited strikes are different. He would need Congress approval for this. No way around it, especially not after the strikes. So what we need from United States is just green lighting Israel to do what it needs to do. Like, so I mean, we're not advocating for United States having boots on the ground or anything like that. We're only talking about continuation of airstrikes. And when it comes to regime change, it's the Iranian people who are going to be doing the final push. What we need from the airstrikes is for them to target, if you actually want to do regime change, you need to target the Basiji bases, the Niri-Intizami bases in Iran. So these are for crowd control, for anti-riot police. And also we need them to take out, in the same way that they took out the key IRGC commanders, the top officials in IRGC. Now, at some point, we would want them to take focus on the commanders for the morality police, the Basij, the anti-riots, the key commanders in those divisions. If they could take those out, that would be very nice. That would be very good, because then that would make the rest of them very afraid. I mean, that would be a huge morale boost to the Iranian people, and that would make the rest of the enforcement forces be very afraid to even take the place of the commanders that were taken out. And also the final push. So basically, the three targets that will cause a regime change in Iran, and you could do this without any boots on the ground. One of them, as I mentioned, the bases of Basij of Niru and Niru-Intizami. Second would be the commanding officers of the anti-riot police or the crowd control police. And the third one would be, the final push would be the killing of Khamenei. And you could do that with airstrikes as well. So again, no boots on the ground. None of that is needed. And the Iranian people would do the rest, hopefully. Right? Wow, this is crazy. The internet is exploding with reactions to what Trump just had said. Like, there's so many people pissed. Let me see what other reactions people are having, right? So I told you already what Iranians are feeling. The Iranians are really, really pleased with Trump right now. They're thanking him. They're very grateful. But domestically in the United States, there's a major split. Americans are divided. Some praise a show of strength and support for Israel. Others fear unintended war and criticize the lack of congressional approval. And then the MAGA themselves have mixed reactions. Conservative leaders differ. Steve Bannon, for example, and Marjorie Taylor Greene are very much anti this position by Trump. They're very, very angry. So Marjorie Taylor Greene and Steve Bannon, they're against this amount of intervention, while others rally behind them. Who are the main MAGA people, non-neocon MAGA people, who are right now the main names that are standing behind Trump on this? Any names? Oh, we got 2 more super chats. Thank you, guys. You guys are being very nice. The biggest of Chungi, is that your username? With the $5 super chat saying, "May Allah protect the Islamic Republic, and and the IRGC from US and the riot and the Zionist aggression. I'm assuming this is satire. This is probably satire. But thank you. I mean, right now Allah doesn't seem to be able to protect itself, let alone the Islamic Republic. But I'm assuming this is satire. Yes, it's probably a satire. Yes, so Allah versus the IDF. Seems like IDF is winning bigly. And then we have Lothar. Thank you for the super chat saying, would a Western aligned Iran make the US-Israel alliance obsolete? No, it wouldn't make it. Okay, so the US-Israel alliance goes beyond. It would make Israel much less dependent on the US, but their US dash any other country alliance would never be obsolete. United States economy, it's like a sun that all other countries are just orbiting around, right? So given the size, given the purchasing power of the American consumer, and given the size of the US economy, no country, I mean, any country who wants to not have a relationship with the United States would be either turned like North Korea, Iran today under the Islamic Republic, or maybe like Russia. Like that's how you cannot be taken seriously as a country. You cannot progress in today's world unless you have a strong relationship with the United States. In technology, trade, everything, tourism, everything. It's ridiculous for any country to want to cut their ties with the United States. It doesn't make absolute any sense. So maybe it's not as black and white as you're suggesting it, but maybe a better way. I mean, Israel and the United States have much more ties with each other beyond just their military support. They have technological ties, they have academic ties, they have economic ties, they have cultural ties. So obviously, no, the connection is always going to be there. However, Israel would be less dependent on United States protection after this, if that happens. The relationship would be a lot more. The relationship would become healthier, honestly, in my opinion. Yeah, but that's an interesting question. I like that question that you just asked there. But think about the relationship between, like you're talking about the relationship between United States and Israel after this, but think about the relationship between Iran and Israel. Like, I dream of a day that we have so many tourists, like we have direct commercial flights between Tel Aviv and Tehran. And there's a lot of ancient historic sites in Iran that are very interesting to Jewish people, right? So I cannot wait to witness Israeli tourists just coming in huge numbers to Iran. Especially, I think Esfahan is very important to a lot of Jews. I have to go look that up. We got another super chat. That's a very generous super chat. Thank you so much, Sabine. Saying, please, everyone, like the stream. So you use your super chat to actually promote the channel. Thank you so much. Yes, guys, please like the stream. We need more people to see Iranians supporting Israel. So, yeah, liking the stream would be a very effective way of fighting against the anti-Israeli propaganda that is being spread everywhere online. And thank you so much for that very generous super chat. And then I hope not only we're going to have a lot of tourists from Israel to Iran, I hope eventually the purchasing powers of we have the economy of Iran grows, and then we have tourists from Iran going to Israel in high numbers as well. I mean, I would love to. I mean, I've already been to Israel, but I would love to go back to Israel again. But after I go to Iran first, after the regime falls, Can you guys imagine? Do you think it would be safe for me to go to Iran? Like, how long do I have to wait after the toppling of the regime for it to be safe for me to go to Iran? Oh, guys, did you see Apostle Prophet said that he would go to Iran with me? Did you guys see that on his live stream? Apostle Prophet said that if the regime falls, he would go on a trip to Iran with me. It wouldn't that be amazing? That would be a great honor. I would be his tour guide. I would want to. You guys saw that? I hope he meant it. I hope he meant it. Oh my god! Let's hope that all of this happens. Let's hope that all of this is actually true. Let me actually show this beautiful graphic that ViceGuard put out with you guys one more time. Look at this. This is beautiful. It's time. It's happening. It's happening. Oh, this is beautiful. I should save this on my computer. This is why the operation is called Rising Lion. This is why right? Miga. A lot of people are saying Miga. And yeah, also by the way, you know how you're using the flag in the chat? You know the flag that you're using? You're putting the Iran, like a flag of Iran, heart, and then Israeli flag to show solidarity between Israelis and Iranians. The only problem is that the flag that is being used, that's the one with the Allah in the middle. That's not the official flag of Iran. That's the flag of the Islamic Republic. So I can't wait for the day when you guys are actually putting the flag of Iran in the chat. It shows the flag with the lion and sun shows up. I can't wait for that to be the thing. Wait, somebody saying Armin doesn't like us. What do you mean? I don't. Why are you saying that, Torah? I specifically like you very much. I always appreciate your presence in the chat. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, bring Harris Sultan with you. Yeah, that would be nice. The three of us go together. Oh, Armin, read this. Let me read that. What is this? The cat lady is saying, این قوم مانند شیرمادهایی برخواهد خاست و مانند شیری سرافراز خواهد شد و تا شکار خود را نخورد و خون خود را ننوشد آرام نخواهد گرفت. خون خود را. Are you sure that's translated correctly? تا شکار و خون اون رو نباید بنوشه. So you're talking about the people of Iran rising like a lion and raising its head and devouring its enemy and drinking its blood, and until it does that, it will not stay calm. I think so. I think that's what you said. Like, I don't know who said that. That's again, it's I guess poetic. I think it was part of it that was interesting. Oh, so cat lady saying it's my attempt of Google Translate. This is the original of Rising Lion. Check the original. Oh, okay, I see. Okay, so Google Translate kind of mistranslated a little bit of that. So, but I see. I kind of got it. I understood that. Oh, that is a Bible verse. Oh, really? Okay. And what that Bible verse I'm assuming it's in the Old Testament. Which people was it referring to? Anyways, guys, let me see. So, for people who don't know why we're gathering here and why we're just so happy, let me just put this on the screen one more time. This is a very historic moment. This is the first time any president of the United States has ever talked about openly, this directly talked about regime change in Iran. What a glorious day. What a glorious, glorious day. Hope it actually ends in regime change. Hope we actually will see that. It says Trump saying it's not politically correct to use the term regime change, but if the current Iranian regime is unable to make Iran great again, why wouldn't there be a regime change? Mega, make Iran great again. Yep. So I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go get ready for maybe a Persian show. I don't know. Maybe I'll just do a hangout at first with the with our Persian on the audience, or the Persian version of this channel. Because guys, we have two channels for people who don't know: the English channel, and then we have the Persian channel, which has mostly an Iranian audience. So I'm just gonna maybe do a hangout with them, talking about this new post by Trump, celebrating it, and getting their views and ideas about it. By the way, even there we get some haters, like the pro-regime people show up there, and we have fun with them as well sometimes in the chat. And yeah, they show up, they call all of us traitors. Oh, traitors! You're uniting with the enemy and stuff like that. So that's a fun thing that we have to deal with on the Persian channel. So first, I'm gonna go and chill with our Persian speaking audience and talk about this post by Trump. Then I'm gonna go prepare a stream, sending all the Israeli messages, and all the Israeli messages that I got on Telegram for the Persian community. I'm gonna start translating that for them, and then after that, I'm gonna maybe prepare a show for the Iranian community on regarding how to prepare for protests. Right, Mary, thank you so much for the super chat, saying love you, Armin, from Baluchistan. Really? You're in Baluchistan? That's amazing. Miga, hashtag Miga. Yes, that's great. Oh wow, that's great. Okay, Baluchistan, Iran, I'm assuming. Oh, somebody's saying, how big is your Persian channel? Let me check. We have 43,000 subscribers there. And yeah, over there. So there's that. We get good views there. I'm actually kind of well known within the political community in Iran. I get quoted. Guys, I'm becoming very influential. Like big names when they're talking, I notice sometimes they quote me. Big names in Iranian politics. We're becoming a big deal. Like I'm saying, like really big names, big deal people. Like sometimes they like refer to some of the things that we said on our channel. Like, oh my god, we're becoming a big deal. All right, so that's good. Okay. Okay, guys. So don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to like the stream. Don't forget to recommend the Atheist Republic channel to as many people as possible. And yeah, I'm gonna go out and get ready for talking to the Iranians regarding this post by Trump. And love you guys. And I'm Israel Kai. I said it right? Okay, don't be so picky. I'm Israel Kai. Okay, bye guys.